and drink scotch.
HOLLANDSPIELE and White Eagle Defiant, Poland 1939. This is a game of the German invasion of Poland commencing on September 1st, 1939. This is a game designed by Ryan Heilman and David Shaw. It takes 60 minutes to play this game. It's a two-player game. It solos extremely well, and it's available. Volume 3 of District Commander Kandahar, Afghanistan, 2009, a game designed by Brian Train. It's a two-player game, duration is about 150 minutes, solitaire, suitability is low. High-flying dice, they're just pumping them out! The Battle of Dubno, June 23rd to 27th, 1941, a game designed by Paul Rohrbaugh. And what you get with this game, two 11 by 17-inch maps, 280 unmounted double-sided counters, one play raid card, one rulebook. Multi-man publishing and advanced squad leader trio, the first being Best of Friends 2, Swedish Volunteers, this is an action pack number 15, and Roma 2020.
Hello, this is Riccardo Masini, and this week's greatest day in history and games is October 14th, 1066. The day of one of the most famous and consequential battles in the history of Europe and the world, the Battle of Hastings. The final retreat of Roman forces from their northernmost province left the island and its inhabitants at the mercy of a long series of internal conflicts and external invasions. The once highly garrisoned and prosperous Britannia was now tormented and violent Britain. By the beginning of the new millennium, the situation had somewhat stabilized under the Saxons. However, in 1066, Edward the Confessor died without heirs. The powerful Saxon Count Harold Godwinson ascended to the throne, but Edward's widow Emma came from Normandy, and young Duke William claimed that the old king had chosen him as successor. Harold prepared to meet an invasion force in southern England, but had to respond to another invasion from the north by forces led by his exiled brother Tostig and the Norwegian leader Harald Hardrada. Harold quickly marched north and won the Battle of Stamford Bridge, but with grievous losses to his army. Then William made his move. After careful preparations and possibly gathering a precious political endorsement from Pope Alexander II, William landed near Pevensey, built a castle in Hastings, and proceeded to raid the countryside. Harold marched south once again with his mainly infantry army and met his enemy on a hill before Hastings. Normans relied on massed formations of archers and crossbowmen, followed by their main weapon, great hosts of powerful cavalry. However, both the volleys and the charges could not break the monumental shield wall formed by the Saxon infantry defending their uphill position. At one point, rumors of William's death spread on his troops on the brink of panic. The Duke then removed his helm and rode along the line to show that he was still alive. After that, according to some chronicles, the Normans made a series of faint retreats, repeatedly luring the Saxons out of formation into dangerous pursuits. The Saxon line was still holding, even if the battle elite Hussar's troops had to be replaced by the much less trained Firth's local levies. But when King Harold was slain by an arrow through his eye and the Norman pressure renewed, the Saxon army disintegrated. The Norman Duke had just won his new kingdom over Britain and earned his full name, William the Conqueror. As you have seen, this battle comes only at the end of a long series of previous military, political and diplomatic events. This is the premise from which comes this week's game, 1066, Tears to Many Mothers. The game, just like the famous Bayeux tapestry, allows us to weave our own history of the invasion, from the machinations of William and the long struggle of Harold up to the final direct confrontation between the two. By playing the many stunningly beautiful cards, the players will conjure historical characters, troops, events in their own quest for the domination of Britain, gaining moral, political and military advantages through the many important steps leading to the actual battle. Once there, they will fight by using the resources gathered and displaying the same ability to improvise and exploit every opportunity that will happen on the battlefield. 1066 combines the resource management and build-up of an Eurogame with the maneuvers and assault resolution of a classical card battle game. The system, also equipped with a solo bot, will be used in the upcoming titles of the series, dedicated to the 1565 Siege of Malta and the 1815 Battle of Waterloo. So, that's it for this week. See you on the next battlefields. Ciao!
Flanks of Gettysburg, Little Round Top, and Culp's Hill, July 1863. This is a game designed by John Paniski, and if I'm not mistaken, a map by Rick Barber. Roma Victrix. This is a game designed by Paul Calillo. This is a grand strategic, moderate complexity war game for 1 to 6 people. And the man who pumps out games more than people breathe air? I guess. I don't know. But Interceptor Ace Volume 2! Last Days of the Luftwaffe. From Compass Games, 1944 to 1945. A game designed by, well, who else? Gregory M. Smith. And also, Spitfire Ace. air defense over Britain 1940. And yes, it's about time. American Pancakes, Europe 1944 to 1945. I see an amazing potential for expansions, but I don't know about Greg Smith. You know, he sits on his butt a lot. Enrico Viglino, the man famously known as Calandale, continues his playthrough of Invasions, Part 7B, and also The Fall of Rome. A quick hit. And the wargame philosopher A.J. Toynbee gives us a Saturday night fight maker. And the chief of bonding with board games reviews Combat Commander Pacific, a game designed by Chad Jensen. Also, in his hand tag sessions, the fans' top 5 Columbia games. Unboxing the Shores of Tripoli by Fort Circle Games, and he continues with a Chiefs vlog, ambush movie reviews, bonding, and stuff. Wayne Hansen and his Let's Play segment plays Battles for Germany Deluxe Edition, overview and review. His recon section, he plays Claws of the Tiger, the Japanese invasion of Malaya 1941 to 1942 by White Dog Games. Rough Swordsman Wargamer continues part 4 of his playthrough of Enemy Coast Ahead, the Doolittle Raid. This is a game published by GMT, designed by Jerry M. White, and also unboxes Lock and Load's publishing Heroes of the Nam. And Charles Cabell is back after 1 month, and in this video he is telling us how to play Battle Cry using Tabletop Simulator. He also has a video on Hold the Line American Civil War from Worthington Publishing. Kilroy Was Here is unboxing and introducing Versailles 1919, a game designed by Mark Herman and Jeff Engelstein, published by GMT, and also introducing and unbagging Chile 73, a game published by Tiny Battle Publishing. And on my channel on In Conversation, this past Wednesday, this past Thursday, I had Uwe and Gunther Eichert of Academy Games. They unveiled some pretty wicked games I didn't know of. This was an impromptu conversation. A lot of fun, a lot of interesting subjects. Check it out.
Hey guys, ID Jester here, going over the week that was here on our channel, doing the heavy lifting so Dan doesn't need to do it anymore. So we started the week off, we received the brand new P500 release by GMT Games called 1960, The Making of the President. We actually did a tutorial overview of the game, a setup and strategies for the game, and then actually playing through a whole campaign of 1960, Making of the President. We got out Decision Games D-Day at Omaha Beach, played through a couple turns of that as well on our channel. And then Saturday, we had our War Room live chat on our channel here. This week we had Rough Swordsman Wargamer and Tony's Board Live join us for wargame discussion and news and current events and just general discussion on everything wargaming. Then we started the week off this week. We got into the coin game system thanks to our discussion on Saturday. And we actually started playing Adian Abyss, again coin system, part of the GMT line, and we played through a couple different scenarios for that and tried out the game, and we enjoyed it so much we decided to order a couple more from the coin game, and we actually got those arrived this week and did a live unboxing of Pendragon and A Distant Plane, and also a Fire in the Lake. So if you're interested in any of those three, come on by and check those out. And then we actually got a distant plane on our table and got to play it. We tried 3 different setups, starts of this campaign, different campaigns, different strategies, different AI, used some AI bots, didn't use the AI bots, kind of just different things to see how the game plays differently with different setups and different components that you're using for the game. And then lastly, we also got out, we did a live unboxing of the Hunters and the Hunted, which are U-boat, World War II U-boat solo simulation games from GMT Games, and got those and did the live unboxing of those as well. So we did a few things here on our channel. We will see you all next week.
Seek Out and Play is giving us a how to play Rise of the Zombies. Play examples parts 1 and 2. The OG, the original Grognard Devon, takes an initial look at the shores of Tripoli from Fort Circle Games, where he looks at components and gives you his initial thoughts on the new game. And Counterproductive Games gives us his final conclusion, which is contradictory. Final conclusion. Not contradictory, I mean redundant. Of Essa Resultat Game 2, Part 3, final part of French versus Russia. Actually, it's France versus Russia. 1812. And the man simply known as Jeff continues Fleet Commander Nimitz by DVG, parts 1 to 3,000. That's how many videos this guy's got out, hour by hour. Jeff also does a playthrough of DVG's Thunderbolt Apache Leader. He does rules and playthroughs parts 2 and 3. Steve Dolges continues his magnum opus of World in Flames, War in Europe. He is now in June 1941. Voynek TV number 464, RC4, La Route de la Mort, ou La Route de la Mort, c'est bien ça. An unboxing. Also, episode 465, Tomb for an Empire unboxing. Matt White, the artist, has a video on his game that's presently on Kickstarter right now until the bitter end, Tanks, on how he makes his counters, and also a video of Claws of the Tiger, the Japanese invasions of Malay, a game by White Dog Games.
Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to Centurions Review, the punk rock band of wargame review institutions. I was actually on 2 YouTube channels this week, my YouTube channel and Mo's Game Table. Mo's Game Table has a stream that he does every so often called Whiskey Charlie, and I was a special guest on there. We had a great conversation. It was a lot of fun. Go to his channel and check it out. I think you'll really enjoy it. As far as my channel, I did a bunch of first looks this week. The first one is Won by the Sword, Great Campaigns of the 30 Years War, volume number 1 from Ben Hull. The publisher is GMT Games. It has a really interesting map. It's got cards in it and stuff and quite a few counters. I took a look through the rule book. It really intrigues me. I look forward to trying this one. And then we have Starship Troopers from Avalon Hill. This is a classic game, man vs. monster, interstellar warfare in the 22nd century. I used to play this a lot when I was young. That was probably 20, 30 years ago, so decades ago I used to play this, but a lot of fun. And one of the great things about this game is that you learn the game as you play the scenarios. So you read like 2 pages of rules and you can play the first scenario, then you read a few pages more, you can play the next scenario, so you learn as you're going. Wonderful way to learn a game, and the game is just so much fun. Next one I did a first look at is World War II, Barbarossa to Berlin from GMT Games. This has a point-to-point map, and it covers about 4 years of the war. It looks really cool. Look forward to trying this one too. And then the last one is Guilford. This is an American Revolutionary War game. It's from Battles of the American Revolution. This is volume 3 from GMT Games. Looks like it's got a pretty simple rule set, and you should be able to get into the game pretty easily. So if you're a beginner or something and you can find this on the used market, you might want to check it out. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you on our website and on our YouTube channel. Have a good evening.
Has a video out on their new game called Warfighter Fantasy. How to play adventure groups, fantasy divinity. That's what's written. I'm reading it verbatim. The Player's Aid are checking out Battle Group 50mm British infantry versus German infantry. Also unboxing The King's War from Clash of Armed Games and unboxing Labyrinth, The Forever War from GMT. Alexander.
And I'm Grant.
Also review Men of Iron Tri-Pack from GMT Games. Mo of Mo's Game Table takes a look at Yeah Magazine number 14 with the game Rattenkrieg, a game designed by Gottardo Zancani. And also, I missed this and I can't believe I did, on Whiskey Charlie, they had Centurions review David Lent. Yep. And Riccardo Masini on Vlog Special, Il Gioco di Ariana. That's his new book. And he's showing us and telling us of the insides. The War Game Reviewer checks out Shakos, Napoleon 1807. Julius Fairfax checks out Brotherhood and Unity, a Compass Games game. Jim Ozarski plays Battle of the Denmark Strait for Mongoose's victory at sea. Cody of the Discriminating Gamer takes a look at Academy Games, One Small Step. You want to know what's happening on the big board? Kevin is checking out Alexander the Great, Macedonian Art of War, the Diadochi module. And also set your reminders for the CEO because he's got the Battle of the Bulge video coming up, live stream, and also the latest issue of War Diary. Kyle Seeley has done me a great favor. I suggest you check out his channel. He's at Gettysburg. and he's showing us videos of Stony Hill, the wheat field, Culp's Hill. I've always wanted to go there. I was actually two and a half hours away from there when I was at WBC, and for some idiotic reason, I didn't go. Well, he also reviews This War Without an Enemy, a game by Nuts Publishing. Combat Board Games. He's unboxing Medwar Sicily, designed by Richard Berg. Napoleon's Triumph is looking at Imperial Struggle, a session report, a game by GMT. And Jan Heinemann of Let's Play History is being very kind to me, with only 4 videos out this week. He's playing Strategic Command World War I and World War II War in Europe. That's another video, another game. And also Fields of Glory Empires. And the guys of Little Wars TV are doing a 75th anniversary Battle of Berlin war game. And the man who can either pass for Dwayne or Greg Allman, Tim of Harebrained Games, checks out Back to the Future and also gives us his weekend games. And Tony of Tony's Board Life is giving us a What's in the Box GMT style segment, and also part 3 of a live stream of Harold Buchanan's Liberty or Death, the American Insurrection. GIMPY of the Gimpy Gamer takes a look at his he does a 5-minute review of World at War 85. Also continues his review through of Ager Sanguinis. I hope that's the way you pronounce it, because I keep saying it every week. No one's correcting me. Stigler, where are you? Marco Omnigamer takes a look at Pocket Landship, a game by Word Forge Games and designed by Scott Allen Sizzy. Or, I messed up his name. I'm not even going to try. I like this game.
A game for gamers, made by gamers, by Flying Pig Games.
The artist, Matt White, and game designer, Until the Bitter End, Tanks. This is a print-and-play World War II war game for solitaire and 2 players about tank battles. Personally, I think Matt White should start boxing his games. Yeah. Mauro Faina has a couple of Johnny Zero episodes out. One he's chatting with Marco Mengoli, and another he is checking out. I see here in Johnny Zero Nero, but Il Johnny Zero is his title, and it's Nero and Aachen. Another week, another show. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, please support this channel. The time for mushrooms is coming to an end. These are very sad days, people. I'm doing probably my last run today for some wild enoki. Yeah, you know those little white ones that you get at the supermarket and you say, oh, how cute, isn't that? Those are anemic. You should see the ones in the woods. Anyways, if I can get some pictures before putting this up, I'll show you. Guys, be good. And again, thank you for watching. Please comment, talk to me, and have a good weekend. Peace. play a game. Why is it so bright in here? Where's everybody? He's too busy. Shut. When you're too busy, you can play smaller games. Like this one over here. Panzer Strike, France, 1944. It's a pocket game. Let me show you. This is a father and son team from Serbia. I got in touch with them and they sent me this game. It's Predrag and Dragan Lazovic from a company called Forsage Games, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a little tank game that you can play anywhere. The board game is modular. There's little tanks. And there's even, you're going to learn line of sight. You're going to learn the combat results table. And it's just a small footprint. Easy game to learn. You got time. These are the rules. Look, I'm going to teach you the CRT table, combat results table, in seconds. So if you look on the complete left-hand side, which tank you have? You have the Tiger. Well, his speed is, N means speed, the number you're going to roll, how many dice, -2. So if you roll 6, you move 4. That's it. And you're going to see, going right, armor, front, side, and rear. Well, if you get hit by the front, it's 10 defense, side 8, rear 8. And you have 4 firepower. That means you can roll 4 dice. And if they get your tank, it's worth 3. Wow, that seems easy enough. I could play this game while making my prosciutto. I like prosciutto. Yeah, you look like a prosciutto. It makes me think of Pyramid Head from Silent Hill on PS3. But he's prosciutto head. Another easy-peasy, fast-playing game. If you have 3 players, you can play this game. It's called La Résistance. And what is La Résistance? Well, it's a band of partisans in Nazi-occupied France, and you gotta win 12 glory points to win. How do you win 12 glory points? Well, you gotta beat the Bosch. Who are the Bosch? The Nazis! Grandma! What did you do in Paris? What games did you play when you were young? How do you win the 12 glory points? Well, you gotta beat the Germans. How do you beat the Germans? Well, on the left side of the card, there's dice. You gotta up those dice. You gotta beat those dice, and you get what's on the right-hand side of the card. That's it. Easy peasy. And you know what? Because of Simon Seguin, that's why I love playing war games. Because of heroes like that. See you next week.